गोवन वार्ता लाईव्हच्या यूट्यूब चॅनलला सबस्क्राइब करा आणि बेल आयकॉन दाबून लेटेस्ट व्हिडिओचं नोटिफिकेशन मिळवा.
Whatever, because why reporting late, there has been the UN reporting late, there has been the UN cry in the media also saying that GMC has a scarcity of these that. So right now, let them come right in time instead of going to the higher score of severity. So we also help us in reporting to your media the correct image of the correct availability of facilities in GMC. That's only.
The protocol was not laid down timely.
Protocol is there, very much there. All protocols are in place.
Mr. Dawal, can you just explain today the government has taken the charge of admission of
21
private hospitals. So how it is going to work? Like you said, how it will going to work? There will be officers appointed.
Yes, there are nodal officers posted in these 21 hospitals. Government has not taken over the hospitals.
No, I understand.
So government has only taken over their admission procedure.
Okay.
So officers there are posted to ensure that people who come, who are COVID positive and who come for admission to the hospitals for a bed, they are not denied or they are not asked for any sort of advance to get an admission, right? And government has you would have seen the order. We are in the process of finalizing the rates that these patients will not be charged. The government will reimburse to the hospitals so that the patients are treated in an entirely cashless manner. Patients who are covered under DDSSY. So that is the intention of the government, that nobody is asked for an advance, nobody is denied an admission if a bed is available. And ऐसा नहीं हो कि कोई बेड होल्ड करके रखा हो, कोई खाली बेड रखा हो, and a patient is there who see again, these officers are just to ensure that they will not decide as to who will get priority in admission depending on the medical assessment. That assessment still continues to be done by the hospital authorities. It's just that if somebody is to be admitted, he is not denied that admission if there is a bed available.
In the new tank which has been commissioned to it's fully functional.
Yes.
So you are not relying at all on the personnel.
See, there are two manifolds in GMC. One manifold, the COVID manifold, is connected to the now connected to the LMO tank. So there is an old manifold. वहाँ पर भी we are already in the process. Hopefully we will get a tank very soon, and by the week end we should have. The tank is coming from Gujarat, so I don't know if it has been impacted by the cyclone. Its delivery has been impacted by a day or two. But for us, we are working with a time limit of not later than 23rd to install a LMO tank. It is of a smaller capacity, but it will serve the purpose as well.
What is the capacity of the new tank?
The one that has been already installed,
No, the one that you are expecting.
similar to the South Goa hospital, 6,000 liters.
So that means in the sometimes you are dependent on this will be completely reduced, but you will still taking supplies from the company.
See, the idea is to be dependent only on direct LMO, not on any other source. Hopefully that will be achieved. The idea is also not to be dependent on any loose cylinders.
How was it? Like the last 24 hours, because we also had a cyclone, so did it impact business with COVID?
No, none at all. See, cyclone could have impacted had probably there been any power outages at the oxygen plants or something. Power department was working full time, and oxygen supply through the tank is not dependent on any electrical system. It's not dependent on power system. So we had no issues. See, one particular ward in super speciality was impacted at I think at the 5th floor, if I am correct, because its AC exhaust, instead of the wind pressure was so much that water came instead of being vented out. So that, although HSCC authorities are working overtime to rectify it, but that was because of the extremely adverse weather conditions, and sometimes some outlier events do happen of that nature. No patient was impacted, no clinical treatment protocols were impacted. The hospital is functioning as well as it could be under the dean.
जीएमसी में ऑक्सीजन की प्रॉब्लम के लिए कमेटी वो लोग रिपोर्ट सबमिट करने वाले थे.
So I don't think the terms of reference are related to is that there is a problem in oxygen. The committee is there to just see whether that system could be further strengthened. So I am not aware. I think the committee is in touch with the dean to get some data, and then they will give a report.
This committee has gone through all the. They were there that day when we were installing the alumni tank. One person, the chairperson is the director of IIT Goa, and then one member is Dr. Jindal, our ex-dean, and one member is our IAS officer, that is Sanjay Kumar. They all three met me in my chamber, and they were trying to see what all things are required to further go and make things easy for GMC. That's all. And the report is still not submitted. Maybe they will submit report by tomorrow because they have time of one more day. Actually, I was told to give it to Shyam Gaonkar, who is information.
We will sort it out.
We'll give.
We will sort that out.
Today only after this briefing, I will give that to Shyam Gaonkar.
Any one of you could please explain, like in the last 3, this is the 4th day, we have seen a little less number of cases. So have we crossed the stage, or what is your understanding of the data?
See, that question will be best answered by the state epidemiologists, but whatever we believe in the discussion we have had, he is also of the opinion that probably we have seen the peak. The impact of restrictions, the already high infectivity that had been here, there is a good chance that Goa may have seen the peak, although we will still not make that conclusion right now. I'm saying it is a good chance that we may have peaked, but we can't be absolutely conclusive about it. We'll have to give it some data, should come for 3-4 more days. Since the last 2 days, a less number of people have also come to get themselves tested because of the adverse weather effects. So we should probably give it another 3-4 days before reaching to some sort of conclusion.
Since power outages are expected to continue and it will take some time to restore power outage, are there any operational problems at PHCs, smaller health centers, hospitals, COVID care centers?
No, at the PHC level, we had some problem when there was a electric failure, current failure. But then we also have got the gem sets which we have provided to our primary health centers and our peripheral hospitals. So with that, we could maintain the cold chain of the vaccination and also go ahead with all the testing facilities which are there. And we will see from today's reports also the pendency of the samples to be tested is brought down to just 200 and odd. 200 and odd is the pendency of samples. So most of the samples that whatever we did, we done. What we got yesterday, we have done the testing. With whatever backup is there in the PHC.
As of now, the Goa government has received only 32,000 plus
Second dose, 18 to 44 vaccine.
So when is the next
We are in constant touch, but the details have not been communicated to us by Serum.
Portal will get open tomorrow.
Yes, sorry?
What about Covaxin? The government was talking to them, right?
We are still in touch with them, but so far they have also not committed to us any allocation and delivery timeline.
In the High Court, court stated about that since the positivity rate is high in Goa, we should get on a priority basis. Stock, they are saying. It is food aspect. So,
See, probably that observation is, we get our stock from the government of India. So we are in touch with them, and we are expecting the next round to be approved for us quite soon. Further, 45 plus and healthcare workers and frontline workers, the stock that comes through Government of India channel, we have sufficient quantity, and through all of you, it is my request to the people who are eligible to be vaccinated in this category to come forward and avail this as soon as possible. It is completely free. It is available at all government vaccination centers, and it is even available coming on spot and get yourself vaccinated and registered. There is no need for any online pre-booking for this category. So one important factor for Government of India to give us the vaccines is to see our utilization in this category. And since in this category we still have almost 2 lakh doses, to expect that we'll get the next consignment very soon is, I don't think we'll get that very soon, till the time we show some better utilization here. As regards 18 to 44, the utilization has been very good so far. It was impacted yesterday because of the adverse weather event, and otherwise we had opened the slots for 4 days. They are all booked. I think the next 4-day slot is opening tomorrow morning, and we are expecting an equally enthusiastic response in that category.
And as of today, how many people have been totally vaccinated?
See, as on today, the fully vaccinated beneficiaries are 95,115. So we've got both the doses, which includes healthcare workers, frontline workers, and 45 plus. Those who have received only one dose is 2,39,922. And this also includes 8,521 beneficiaries of 18 to 40.
Pressure drop of oxygen at GMC now?
डॉक्टर साहब बता देंगे.
Absolutely no problem as of now, and there is a LMO tank which is fitted, which gives continuous supply of oxygen.
So then of the 53 deaths reported today, how many took place at GMC?
We had today 17 deaths in GMC, and 6 were of yesterday. We could not upload because of so exact today's deaths are only 17 in GMC. 2 ते 6 मी परत सांगतो. 2 ते 6 तुम्ही ते ना हे डोंट मेक इट.
आरोग्य मंत्र्यांनी दावा केला की न्यायालयामार्फत चौकशी करावी त्यांनी मागणी केली होती.
नाही, मी काय सांगतो ऐका ना, मी काय सांगतो ऐका. On for the benefit of all my Goans, you please help me. See, let us give correct information to the public. To your media.
आरोग्य मंत्र्यांनी उपस्थित केलाय, मीडियाने आणलेलं नाही. आरोग्य मंत्री स्वतः म्हणाले होते. आता आम्ही काहीच बोललेलं नाहीये.
नाही, बरं मी तुम्हाला सायंटिफिक आन्सर देतो. कारण 2 ते 6 असं काही नाही. त्या दिवशी that day I showed my statistics of 24 hour death, and I have shown you that these deaths are spread over the whole day. Okay, now there are many hospitals like Chennai, Kerala, they are also coming out with deaths more in the night. But somebody has to prove that point, why deaths occur in the night. Somebody has said these are not authenticated reports. Somebody says that they sleep deep. They said desaturation occurs because they sleep very deep in the night. That's why one doctor said, I keep them awake, wake them up every now and then. But I don't know how far is this. These are the authenticated reports. That day I showed you stats that the deaths are spread all over 24 hours. It is not only that. Now what is happening is there is a perception amongst the public also that is a dark hour of GMC. It is not true. We have to remove this perception from the general public, and also remove that perception that everything that you need is available in GMC, and we are there to help you.
आरोग्य मंत्र्यांचं आता समाधान झालंय का या स्पष्टीकरणावर? आरोग्य मंत्र्यांचं समाधान झालंय का? त्यांनी मुद्दा उपस्थित केला होता तो. आता आरोग्य मंत्र्यांचं मागे घेतलाय का? सुरुवात त्यांनी केली होती, लोकांमधून आले नव्हते. 2 ते 6 या वेळात
I would
डेट
request
होता.
you not to ask questions that are speculative in nature for the doctor to answer. He is a technical person.
हेल्थ मिनिस्टर भी आपका जिम्मेदार आदमी है ना. हेल्थ मिनिस्टर का स्टेटमेंट था.
Okay, what Dr. Saab is telling me also to tell you, but I told that he should only tell you. मेरी अब बात सुनिए. Media has been reporting that deaths between 2 to 6 are only due to lack of oxygen. मेरी बात सुनिए, please let me complete. And this reporting has been continued even after LMO has been installed. Even all डॉक्टर साहब भी अब पर्सनली रात को भी देख रहे हैं, तब भी दिस स्टेटमेंट हैज अनफॉर्चुनेटली कम आउट. नाउ व्हाट इज हैपनिंग? डॉक्टर साहब टोल्ड मी एंड आई एम he has also told you, what this does is people then think that probably GMC has some problems and we will go elsewhere, and finally when their severity score is very high they again end up in GMC, only for the doctors not to be able to give them the best. So you can do a thorough audit of all hospitals in Goa and even elsewhere, that whether deaths do not take place anywhere else during the night and it is only in GMC. That is what Dr. Bandekar told me, that why are we being portrayed in such light? And I told him it is for you to answer that, so that media does responsible reporting. If you can prove to us that only in GMC deaths take place during those hours, then we'll be very happy to again do some sort of audit and assessment. But that is not the correct picture. My request is, such news items only scare the people to come in the first instance, which Dr. Bandekar has been requesting repeatedly. Please come to us early. The earlier you come, the more time our doctors have to give you the best of treatment and help you recover. That is the only underlying statement. That's it. What we had to answer, we've had. We can. This questioning and this sort of theories would never end. I would request you to please stick to facts as far as possible.
We can share with you hourly in deaths. 24 hours. If you want, all the days. Okay? There is no problem.
My question is, you yourself said that the figures are not dropping. In the last 1 week or let's say 2 weeks when it was at its peak, what did you see was different from the earlier days as far as death is concerned? Probably you could sketch it out as a profile. Was it only late entries or was it something else? Because your own epidemiologist has also confirmed that the strains are quite multiple now. So what did you see which we can learn for the third week?
Yeah, see, I have been, I don't know whether fortunate or unfortunate enough to see both the waves. What strain we are seeing, as you rightly said, that is why our Honorable Minister and Health Minister and Honorable Chief Minister said we will look for a protocol where we don't allow patients to go for a stage of oxygen requirement. You understood me? See, what we have seen in this wave, this strain or this genomic sequencing, it is called as B1167, B1168. This strain is having a very strong effect on the lung inflammation. So overall, all the epidemiologists, all the experts in the world found that this particular double mutant strain creates a need for excess oxygen for the patient. So all our efforts have been, we don't want to lose any patient. I also feel very bad, and we have been working day in and day out. Means you come and see me, I am there in the GMC 24/7. The reason being, we don't want people to go into that stage. And every time we have done this video conferencing, talked to the medical officers, we have talked to the people involved in home isolation. What we are telling them, don't take this virus that easy. Scientifically it is proved that this, and then worse than this is that Visakhapatnam or Andhra virus, where people deteriorate within 3 days. Now, who has a control on this mutation? It is difficult.
So what is the period here? Like like you rightly said? Like what is the average that we see?
We have seen average of five days, and there is a good statistics we are collecting. What is their homestay even after getting symptoms? So I need not say. See, people may not like I say again and again you are coming late, but that is what we are seeing. This time we have seen scores not less than 17, 18, because in the first wave, when the scores used to be 7, 8, we used to get so much scared, this fellow has come little late, start his protocol immediately. Now, we are seeing the scores not less than 17, 18, which is in moderate disease, but towards the edge. You got it now? Like if you give a range, 9 to 18 is the range for moderate disease, severity score. Now, it will be moderate even at 9, it will be moderate even at 18. But what happens at 9? We have an ample time to recover him back. Let us understand this. We can get that patient back, treat him, get him back. He is moderate here, but this is 18 score. And above 18 is severe.
And what is the average consumption of oxygen for a patient like this?
15 liters per minute. Huge oxygen consumption.
So any development towards this genomic analysis?
Yeah, genomic sequencing we were planning to have our own machine, but now ICMR has come with their own guidelines. They have said that you should follow this, because they don't want that genomic sequencing should be misused by anybody. And that protocol we have circulated to our nodal officer. If they find that they need a genomic sequencing in XYZ patient, they follow that criteria. They have to send it to NIV, and now NIV will respond immediately. This is what arrangements right now we have made.
But global samples still pending with NIV.
I don't think any samples are pending now. We got all the reports.
Almost 90% of the samples we just sent are cleared by the NIV, and we got the reports. Only the last few days what has gone, that samples are remaining. Otherwise, all the reports are remaining.
What is the cost that has been put in the new tank, like the new infrastructure details, as far as money is concerned?
That we have got it from a direct LMO manufacturer, happened to be Messrs. Praxair, one of the world's largest LMO manufacturers, and they do an end-to-end project. So they have the tank has a rental per month, and there is a transportation cost and LMO cost.
So we look at it as a storage element, like it's a storage tank.
No.
This is the process where it's
No, it is stored, LMO is stored there, and then there is that machinery that vaporizes it, converts it into gas at a certain level of pressure, and through the pipeline supplies it to all the oxygen points in the world.
So you don't have to rely on any external transport as such. Everything is being made there.
No. The LMO comes through the tanker. Liquid medical oxygen, which comes in a cryogenic tanker at minus 180 degrees and at a huge, simplistically I can say, at a very high pressure. That tanker transports the LMO through a pipe. It transfers it to the tank that we have installed, and the tank is working round the clock to convert that liquid into a gaseous form and supply it through the pipeline network to the patients.
Regarding whether the patient
Costs are standard. Government of India has put a ceiling of 15.71 rupees per standard meter cube of LMO. So I am not allowed to share, it's a confidential agreement, but it is within those ceilings. Quite competitive terms. We have similar agreements we saw similar agreements they had with other government institutions, and ours is absolutely comparable to them. And in this, they operate end to end. They deliver LMO, they maintain the tank, and they own and operate the entire architecture. In fact, that property belongs to Praxair. Nobody can enter into that property also without their permission.
फॉरेन से कितना हेल्प मिला है और उसका डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कैसा हो गया?
See, foreign से direct help नहीं आता है. It comes through Government of India. So Government of India has an agency, HLL, and through HLL we receive regular consignments. They are in touch with the DHS. We have received concentrators, we have received pulse oximeters, we've also received, Roche has given to Government of India tocilizumab. Some allocation we have received even for tocilizumab as a part of donation. So all that record, we'll give it to you, we'll give the details to you, through DHS can give those details to you, of both how much has come and where it has been distributed. It has only been given to the government hospital networks.
Regarding that mucormycosis, whether we treat patients, but you were detected for this particular fungal infection during the course of treatment, or they were discharged to patients?
No, these 6 patients are in the course of. Thing in all over the scenario, all over the country is they are coming post-COVID. But here we are seeing them during the COVID treatment. So all these patients are with us right now. Okay, so they are on COVID. They are in jails.
And so for the benefit of the public, you can say what are the first signs?
Mucormycosis will present you during COVID with sinus symptoms. It causes blockage, It happens in the nose and we go through, that is the approach. The worst kind of thing it can give is affect the eyeball underneath and the base of the skull. So these are the worst things because they can get in then epileptic fits and all. They can have visual issues. But our patients are doing well because they were detected early. And we do what is known as endoscopic debridement. We remove that. Actually the fungus is white in color, but that because of the fungus the tissue becomes black. That's why it's called as a black mucus.
सर लास्ट क्वेश्चन, गोवा में फॉरेनर टूरिस्ट अभी भी है थोड़े लोग, उसका कोई ऐसा कोई ट्रीटमेंट लेने के लिए फॉरेन टूरिस्ट?
See, we do not categorize patients as to Goan, non-Goan, Indian, foreigner. But I think we can obtain those statistics and let you know. We do not maintain it as a separate record.
The thing is that we don't refuse admission to anybody. So because for us he is our patient. And many a times we get them, means those foreign tourists, we treat them. But if you want exactly number, we'll get back to you.
Sir, any new admit, sir, regarding private admission, any data you have right now? आज पहिल्या दिवशी कोण ऍडमिट झालाय का?
That data is with the nodal officer. We'll give those tests. We'll ask them to release their stats.